Okay, so part 2 of making our flowers. I'm going to come to this smaller bag. So I've left behind the one that said large flower because I've just made that one and now that one is done. Now I'm going to make one from individual petals. So I've come back down to these slightly smaller ones and I've chosen from that bag ones that say petal 1. So like we said before, as long as they've got the same number, then we can mix and match them to make one flower from. So petal 1 is what I've chosen, and I'm going to put those to one side out of the way. Now, like we said before as well, I've gone over to the scraps and I know that from what I cut out earlier, I had this piece of paper left, and I think, look, I can get a few petals out of that as well because we don't want any waste really. So what I'm going to do is, I know I've got 2 sheets there. What we need to make a flower from individual petals is at least 5 petals. So if I can fit, I wonder if I could squeeze another one in. Could I? I might be able to squeeze one in there. Let's see. So I'm going to see where I can fit my template, and anywhere that I can squeeze it in on this piece that's left over, I'm just going to draw around it like this. And again, once I'm done, I can take that one away, and then with this one, draw around this as well. So we're trying to be nifty with our space. So can I fit one there? Oh, it's so close. Oh, look at that. It's close. It's very close, but I'm going to try it. So and draw around that one as well. And because I've got 2 sheets here, once I've cut out what I've drawn around, that means I'll have 6 petals, which is maybe even 1 more than I need. So here we go, because you know I like to cheat. I'm going to cut 2 pieces at once like this, and again big long strokes so I can get those petals as neat as I can. So we've got all of our pieces back now, and you can see once you divide them all up, separate them out, you've got your making of your flower. Now the only bit that is missing is that centre section, so now we need to get our flower centres, and this one needs 2 centres and it needs one a little bit bigger than the other. So let's have a look what we've got in there. So if you look through your selection, let's have a look at the sizes. So I reckon yellow's nice for the middle, but we need one a little bit bigger to go behind it. So what's that one like? There you go, that's not bad. So bigger one and a smaller one to sit in the centre. Oh wait, is that one even bigger? That's better, even bigger. So about that size is perfect. Right, so I'm going to put all the other bits back in the bag so we don't lose them, and then someone else can have a go. So now we're at the point where we're just going to put a little bit of detail in, and there's 2 things I want to show you here. One of them, well, I wasn't going to show you, but I am. Let's say that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make a bit of an illusion, which you already know. So the first bit is to add a little bit of dark and light. So exactly as we just did before, if you look at the colours you've got with your pencils, you can pick any colour now, because again, mine's really, really plain, but yours is going to have loads of different colours in it already. So I'm going to go, as my darkest, I'm going to go with a blue. And then for my lightest, I'm going to go with an orange. Let's find a nice orange. So that'll be my dark shadowy bit. That'll be my light kind of bright bit. And then my mid-tone, I'll go for a red. So there's my 3. Exactly as we did before, I'm just going to do on the exact same side. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with my dark cross hatching. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with the light. So just as we did before. I'm just going to do almost like zigzags, and then I'm going to crisscross over the other way, but always on the same side. So right hand side. Sometimes this is cross hatching, better cross hatching. It's nice to use straight lines. So making that illusion. The last one is this mid-tone. All I'm going to do with this is look at the centre of each petal. So right at the bottom in the centre, I'm just going to do a similar thing. So cross hatching out from the bottom. I'm going to kind of overlap the dark and the light with my lines. So you can see there, so that's a light, that's a dark. So I'm going to overlap a little bit of the dark and then overlap the light and just bring them together a little bit. And again, I'm doing it really, really quick because on yours you'll already have that image in black and white in the background, and you'll have the colours over the top. So this is just adding a little bit more detail. It'll look very, very different to mine. I'm a bit jealous because I wish I could work on what you're gonna have, but as it's the future and I've not got a time machine, we can't do it just yet, but I will be doing it there with you there. So just got that little idea of bringing those colours through. Light on one side, dark on the other, mid-tone in the middle, bringing them in together. So now if I arrange them back as they were, we're almost there. I'd like to do that in the middle like I did before, so I'm just going to grab that blue, and again on the smaller of the circles, might go with the white side actually. I'm going to do a curve with the blue, and again it's not neat. I'm just curving, crossing one way and then crossing the other, kind of sketchy squiggly lines. The more it looks like you've done it fast, the more energetic it looks. It's like we're bringing it to life, we're adding that energy, and that's what we want. My light colour was my orange, so the other side, orange there. Again, crisscross, like that. So all we need to do now is stick them down, and this is how we do it. So this is our extra little bit of cheating. So you've added through shade, dark and light with your tone, but what we're going to do now is add it through actual shaping. So rather than just putting the glue around the edge of the bigger of the circles and then sticking your petals around the edge, which we could do, and you can if you want, just overlap them a little bit and glue them all around the edge of the bigger circle like that until you get back to the beginning, and then you've got your flower. But what if we did this? Very, very simple. Put a thumb on each side of your petal, so you're holding it like that, and then try and cross one thumb over towards the other, so you make a crease like this, and then just press that crease down like that. And what happens is you'll get a natural fold in that paper. So can you see now? So now it doesn't lie flat, it comes out away from the table and it makes it look 3D straight away. So we're giving it not just that illusion through the colour, but also actually adding it through shaping and folding. So now, using my glue, I'm going to put a little bit around the edge, like that. And then I'm going to glue that first petal on. Can you see how much I stick it in? So it's not right in the middle, it's not right on the edge, just enough to hold it. And then I'm going to work my way around. So thumb on each side, pass one thumb over the top of the other until you get a little fold, and then press down. It doesn't matter where that crease ends, it might be really short or it might go quite far up, it doesn't matter, because then it makes each petal individual. That one's now ready. I'm going to overlap the glue onto the last petal just a little bit, and overlap just a tiny amount, but keep it on the edge like that, because each petal just needs to cover the last just a little bit. I'm just going to repeat myself, so 2 thumbs, pass one over the other, make yourself a crease, bring that up, a slightly smaller circle that will go in the middle like that. So again, last bit of glue, that covers up all those rough edges like that. So you've got your 3D flower there ready to go. Perfect. So we can add that to the others that we've made. So we've got the whole one we made first, which is the whole flower in one go, but we've got layers. So we've got a few like that. Imagine these, all different colours, different sizes, mixed in with these ones, mixed in with the leaves that we made at the beginning. They all start layering up. And then we've got, as well as what we've got there, in here, don't forget, we've also got really simple leaves that you can cut out. So we've got the kind of leaves that you might find on trees, as well as alongside flowers. So again, all you would do with these is draw around them on your green backgrounds, cut those out, and we've got really lovely curved leaves as well. So it might be that some of these we kind of layer together and put in the background of the flowers. So all of these are going to come together and kind of overpower the bricks that you've made to kind of show that we want it to be more green in St Helens. We want the nature to overtake all of that kind of concrete, and we're going to make it through using things we find in town. So the images of people that you've drawn, the photographs of town that you've taken, and we're going to turn them that we maybe don't really like the look of quite so much right now, and we're going to turn them into something that looks really beautiful and really natural. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Very exciting.